I am a researcher from EDX Hospital and I am here in the Department of Experimental Medicine of the University of Vergata. I was a student in the course of nutrition in this university, and now I am a molecular biology professor in nutrition master here in Tor Vergata. So today we are talking about vegetarian diet and on the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of diet. We can say that a vegetarian person is someone that does not eat meat, or you can distinguish vegetarian people between full vegetarian people that are called vegans and lacto-ovo vegetarians that also eat milk and eggs or derivatives of milk. So vegetarian diets can really be different among people because of this kind of difference. So the balance of a vegetarian diet should be really set up correctly, especially if we are talking about vegans that do not eat eggs and derivatives of milk. Vegetarian diets can meet all nutrients recommendations, but how I said previously, if we are talking about vegan people, the diet should be really set up well, because we have some nutrients that are not present in vegetarian foods, so we have to take in account this for supplementation. So the advantages that we know at the time of the vegetarian diets are a diminished risk for heart disease. We know that vegetarian people have a low level of cholesterol in blood. They have also a lower blood pressure, and this is important, a lower risk for hypertension and for type 2 diabetes. Generally, vegetarians have a BMI, a body mass index, lower if considered if we are considering the non-vegetarian people, and they assume in diet more vitamin C, more vitamin E, folate, and carotenoids, flavonoids respect to non-vegetarian people. The disadvantages of this kind of diet, especially for vegans, are low levels of vitamin B12, problems in the uptake of iron, and a different balance between, a different ratio between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. So considering in details problems regarding vitamin B12 uptake, we can say that for lacto-ovo vegetarians have no problems regarding the uptake of vitamin B12, because this can be found in this kind of products. So normally the levels of the vitamin are enough for all metabolic structures. But this is not true when people follow strictly a vegetarian diet. So this is for vegan people. These people should supplement vitamin B12 or using fortified foods like cereals or other, or with pharmacological supplements, because otherwise level of vitamin B12 do not reach the normal levels. The other problem is the uptake of iron. We know that the iron in plants in vegetables is non-heme iron, and this means that since the heme irons is uptake in this form, ions from vegetables are not so available from the uptake. And in vegetable are present molecules like phytans that inhibits the uptake of iron. So talking about people that have no problem in the uptake of iron, we have just to supplement again iron, or to take really in account vegetables that contain high level of iron. For people that have problem in the uptake of iron, like microcytemic people, they have to take care to follow a complete vegetarian diet. Even if in vegetarian people that not suffer of hematic problem, the level of iron should be level of iron is quite normal. Another discussion that should be done is about omega-3 fatty acids. We know that vegetarian nutrients, vegetarian foods, are rich in omega-6 fatty acids, and not, but they are marginal in omega-3 fatty acids. And diets that do not include eggs and fish, normally we know that we have low level of eicosapentaenoic acid, APA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. These fatty acids are very important in cardiovascular health, in the development of neural system. We know that there is the possibility to convert the alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, in DHA and APA, but normally the ALA from vegetables is transformed in less than 10% in these two kind of other molecules. So the level of APA and DHA in vegetarians normally are lower than in vegetarian, lower than in non-vegetarian, and this is another reason that should be considered in vegan people, to take in account this and to use vegetables like walnuts that are rich in ALA, and this implies that the transformation in DHA and APA can be sufficient. So here we have an example of a vegetarian balanced diet that you can see in this slide, and this diet furnishes about 20,400 calories and distributed as 54% of carbohydrates, 12% in proteins, 29% in fats, and 5% of alcohol. We can begin with a breakfast composed by 200 grams of soy milk, 50 grams of muesli, like rolled oats, fruits and nuts, coffee or tea, maybe not if you are talking of a children. We can continue with a snack in the morning using a fresh fruit, about 150 grams, and we can have a lunch of 120 grams of pasta or rice or couscous or polenta, depending which kind of country we are, in which kind of region. 250 grams of vegetables and 25 grams of wool with crackers, or maybe we can increase this quantity using plain bread. A snack with 200 grams of fresh fruit and 125 grams, so a standard yogurt, a soy yogurt, or a standard yogurt if you're talking about lacto-vegetarian people. A dinner composed by 130 grams of chickpeas or 200 grams of tofu, 100 grams of mixed salad with 20 grams of walnuts that furnish a high level of Fa, and 60 grams of whole wheat bread and 200 grams of fresh fruit. We can also include 150 ml of red wine that contain resveratrol, it's very important, 40 grams of olive oil, 20 grams of brown sugar, and we can use also vinegar, culinary herbs and spices as we want.